runs out. People live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life. And when I was getting lost, I found you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky starts to rain, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. For the light, dancing around like stars in the sky. And when I was in the dark, I found you. What if the lightning never strikes? And when the rain stops, we'll be dry. When the sun begins to rise, I'll find you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky turns to gray, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out. Are we?
Pause. Of course, I have... Nope, what happened was Discord audio is not being caught, so...
Thank you.
Okay, now you're good.
I pulled up.
You're good.
Welcome, Valorant Draft Circuit, to yet another season of the regular season. We are bringing to you today match day one, going to be Post Plant Incorporated Hunter's Fury versus Double Tap's Rapid and their Master Tier. We are so excited to bring to you a new season, and we kick this off today with these very exciting games. I am Potato Aim, one of your casters for today. One of the observers is going to be Morningstar, and our other caster and also producer is Nuclear Cats. What's up, Nuke?
It's good. First stream of the season. I'm really excited for this. Not really. I don't want to take too long when I get this show on the road. Let's get our map band started. Not very much to say, but I got it set up right here with the map bands. Double Tap's gonna first roll off banning Lotus. Bit of a sham. Love that map, but it's a bit funky and competitively diverse. Is my take on that. On Lotus and PPI taking out Pearl. So these people don't like the new stuff. They like the old stuff. What do you think about those first two bans?
I think that it's probably smart, given the changes in the metas right now. You know, there was a double controller meta, but then of course, with Viper being nerfed to the ground, look at what they're doing to my poor girl. And Chamber potentially making a comeback with the Chamber buff. We could be seeing, you know, the teams wanting to play it safer. And to stick to maps that that they're familiar with, that they understand how to play as they adjust to these new metas.
Yeah, we see Double Tap's running the second ban on Fracture. Now that map is pretty heated. Not a lot of people like it, but I'm like one of the few people who's like really into Fracture because it's I'm a bit of a Neon crush. I really like how she plays, and she's kind of good on Fracture. But then also banning Ascent. So good riddance. I hate Ascent just because it's
Honestly, same.
because it's like it's the same. At least in Valorant, in the competitive Valorant, it's like all the same 5 agents. Every now and then you see like KO getting replaced with Viper. I think it's just kind of boring to me. I like competitive diversity. I like agents that come and go, and that leaves us with 3 maps left. And PPI, they're gonna come off pick and split for map number 1 tonight.
Great pick. We get to see one of the maps coming back, you know, of course, and we get to see how that plays with these new metas. And you know, gonna be really interesting to see these agent comps split. You see such a varied agent comp, very much the opposite of what you were talking about, Nuke, with the same comp going on Ascent. You can see a lot of variety in agent picks. There's only a few agents that I would say are must picks on that map.
Yeah. And then for the second map in our game tonight, in our series, is going to be Haven. That's going to be Double Tap's pick. We also get Double Tap's picking defensive side on split. Waiting for the side pick from PPI as of Haven, but Haven as well. I was just saying, I like the diverse comps, and Haven I think is one of them. PPI picking attack on the Haven side. Should be able to get into the game pretty soon. Potato, how do you feel about those picks?
I'm excited to see how this goes. I know it's an interesting kind of two. We got some interesting people playing today. Let's say that Trisente actually used to be a former admin NGM and has come back this season to play as an RFA. And on the other side, we have the reigning Masters champions from last season, of which Narte and Motinos were part of last season. And so we get to see, you know, whether or not their performance is going to be as dominant. They've got a reputation to uphold. And on the other side for PPI, a lot of new players. And so we're going to see how that works out, or at least new to the Masters tier as well. So we're going to see how that plays out for these two teams. I'm very excited.
Yeah, you know, I think Trizente, he was our previous media head.
Yeah.
Have to put that in, and he wasn't for too long. But give me a second. I'm typing the poll here. I'm kind of distracted, but
All good. There's a lot of lore going on here. HCA Fishy, you'll see that the name on the other side on PPI, there's another person who also has HCA in front of their name. That's HCA Teddy 9, who's part of the PPI Masters team. They actually play together on a non-VDC team. And so there's been a lot of trash talk, as I can attest to, for these two players. Going to be interesting to see how they play against each other. Both are great. We actually drafted Teddy 9 last season for TT in advanced, but unfortunately he had to drop because of commitment issues. And so again, we've got some lore going on here. I'm very excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, well, I think we are about ready to get started. So let's get into map number 1 of Split. Getting started here, it's Rapid on the defensive side. Immediately coming in with hovering of Yoru and Phoenix, which has been interesting, but Wumbo insta-locking the Jet just like my ranked teammates. No, okay, we got 5 minutes. Did we accidentally pick replication?
Oh no, now it's Phoenix. Oh, 2 Phoenixes, 3 Phoenixes. I feel like I'm in the middle of a Dr. Seuss book. 1 Phoenix, 2 Phoenix.
I just realized I didn't transition. We were just staring at the desk while we get to see their agent hovers, but whatever. What do you think is like? I see PPI already have a decent number of agents locked here. Chisente using the Cypher. I feel like it's a decent pick here, but they're finally like actually picking a comp for Rapid. But, what are you feeling comp wise? Like, what do you like to run in your games?
I think for me, Raze is always a must pick. So I think the double duelist here, especially on attack for PPI, is going to be extremely dangerous. As a fellow Sentinel player, it's pain when the Raze nades always destroy my setups, especially as Killjoy. So I think with such a small map that Split is, Raze is such a must pick. But I think with the first match day of the season, I think a lot of these players are looking to play their comfort agents. More so than, working out the kinks, learning team chem. They had all of that opportunity to do that in preseason, but this is when the real work begins, right, on this first match day. The other picks, I think Cypher's really good. Interesting to see no Sages across the board.
Nice.
And which is real fun because I think that Sage while going up in mid immediately is so annoying and so boring to see. So I'm excited to see this variety. But I think it also is very telling that we see 2 Cyphers and 2 Skies here.
Sky has a very unique position in the meta where it seems like for most teams the move is to run run Sky by yourself, but like it's because she has a very diverse kit. You got heals, you got info with the dog, you've got a flash that also gives you info, and you've got the ultimate that can get you loads of information. It's a really jack of all trades sort of agent that works so well as a solo initiator as we start getting into round number 1. Starting off slow with a default. Not much utility getting thrown in. An Omen smoke at vents. Looks like PPI is going to try to take B-side heaven. And the frenzy coming in quick from Teddy.
This was on his cam.
But Guido going to take down Chisente to even the numbers. Wumbo almost getting caught out, but
spike down B.
Trying to take some space on the site, but we got Teddy closing in. Fishy from above with the ghost doming Teddy to take it down the threat on site. They have Spike in heaven.
Last player standing.
And Sammy left in a 1v3. 2 smokes, a TP, and a ghost.
The timing.
Oh no.
Cover going out.
Takes down Narda, sorry. but is only going to find the one, and double taps are gonna take round number 1 on map number.
You know,
on match day
it's
number 1.
exactly. It's really interesting to see that with that Viper wall up in mid, that was not put up immediately. That space was completely ceded to PPI, and PPI took the bait. They walked up mid, and were able to take all of that space, but they had such a great retake. Rapid had such a great retake going in. You know, I think PPI was just entirely too split, 2 lurks going on there that they were not able to take that space.
Some good info coming from the Skybird. Know that there's some people still pushing up in mid, but Kimchi gonna put us back there. Naruto hold off in red, just reading off images, whatever. But 4v3 on the eco round for PPI. Not much they can do except to try to get some good eco damage off to try to help in the future. Sensei just wandering up through the Cypher cave, and it's going to be a 3-person survive for double taps.
Great hold in mid. Again, that mid control is so important in force split. If you give up mid, you give up control to male and to vents, which means that the attacking team can go anywhere. And so holding that is so paramount, which is great to see that that's what they did. And PPI also understands that. That's why they were contesting it. That's probably their best bet as well for taking their site, for trying to take a site and try to do as much damage as possible on that safe round.
Yeah, certainly. I feel like mid is one of the most important elements on split. Especially we see Teddy9 here coming up into heaven on the A site, getting so much room for their team, knowing that so much of the space. Got Wumbo dashing in from main to just completely snap the neck of the Omen on the side of double taps, and PPI. Given their enemies a 3v5 retake, it's so unlikely 2 players coming from vents, and the Cypher Trip is going to catch them off guard. They might have nerfed run and gun, but they're going to still try it. But
Really tough situation for it. Oh!
Why was that a headshot?
Huh? Check her PC.
Jeez.
What a great spray. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but she got one. Really great hold by PPI there. They had all of that heaven space and managed to keep it as well. Really prevented Rapid from being able to take back any of that space, and therefore making it nearly impossible to take back a site. That was a free plant for PPI. Really great fast take, and really caught Rapid off guard as well.
What is this one way that the reader was trying? Gotta leak the tech every match day, you know? But we see PPI, we saw that first round where they used that Viper wall to try to bait them into some mid presence, but there's nothing here. The Skybird gets nothing. Got 3 players in an empty mid. The only thing stopping them is that Cypher Trip that Teddy9 is about to run into, but thankfully sees, and now he's stuck in the Cypher cage, but just walks out. And A Heaven got a fight. Sammy and Teddy. I'm still getting used to some of these names. All these rosters have new teams. Fishy, that's a one playing Omen. Had a quick skirmish, but I don't think anybody landed a shot. But the amount of info that Sammy's getting
has
huge.
Just taken A for free, is probably telling her team, hey, come A, I have all of A.
Out of charge.
We see the explosion. They're all running in. Apparently it misses.
Oh.
Gonna take that initial fight. Somehow doesn't die. Jumping in the air.
30 seconds left.
Sammy's so deep in backside, but Nart is ready for it. But still, it's going to be a 4v4 retake. Sensei getting the plant down, ready for heaven control. And the whole of Double Tap is trying to do the retake from CT.
Again, you see that heaven space all just completely seated. Trisente holding it down on site as well.
No, he's not. Well, it's a 3v2 now, but The heaven control is just so strong here. You can play really good side by side.
One enemy remaining.
Just playing it back
player
at
standing.
Tino's.
Wait, he's got it. Does he not
ready,
know?
but
This is no problem.
Thought it was still
He was
1v1.
looking. He's looking for that sixth player.
They're so used to sages on this map that they thought they was res.
Yeah.
But still,
Who are
3-1 in favor
Copy
of
of
double
me.
taps. Getting off
Where did
pretty
you come
well. I
from?
think competitively this map kind of has had a flip where it used to be defender sided, and now I feel like it's slightly
It's
attacker-sided.
slightly more attacker sided. It depends. You have to be very careful with the space that you're taking. But I will say that, you know, despite double taps being able to take the round there, it was incredibly expensive. That was their buy round, and only one of them made it out alive. So they're gonna have to be very smart. You'll see you'll see their buys. That Kimchi has to buy a judge as well.
You see Wumbo going to be investing the knives here. Aggressive using just yet, but Guido taking a really aggressive angle, but he's going to use the smoke to get away from there as PPI pressures that lane of the map. And Sammy was on their own, but now has their team as backup to just hold down mid. Nart has a really good angle here, but he's just going to chicken out and run away.
Narte gets out of there
Narta.
somehow. And now PPI has all events. And again, they're taking this heaven space.
I know
Narta was so
exactly.
close to taking down Wumbo. The knives were better. But Fishy catching them off weak. And is putting on a stand on the A site. We got Kimchi here. Only one here.
Death
Trying
ball.
to fight back with this Trisente has the better position. And both Tinos and Guido are going to be solely on the A site and the
Last player
He's going to be
standing.
good for one. And Martinez finds himself with a 1v2 and is just going to opt to save, I think.
Oh, y'all's got a judge. And has been holding on to that dog as well. Gets all of that information of where Motions is. He is one shot potentially from a judge, maybe two from far away. But yeah, Motions, I think, needs to save here. The eco for double taps is not great. They're going to be hunting potentially. Nope. It would have been smart to hunt. But they were able to make it out of there with one gun. Was going to be two, but I don't think Clayton could get out of there fast enough.
Why did they have to put their names backwards? like I see it's like, oh, not Yalk. No, it's Clayton. Apparently.
Well, he goes by both.
Really?
He goes by both. I actually think there's a better trip potentially for that. If you place it on that little box, I think it's something that it's one that becomes a little bit less breakable for Motions to try and take there. This is
But I'll say they do have
a
the
tough
Rays,
round.
which is so good. Kimchi.
Oh,
Kimchi, what are you up to? Just a classic. We know how much PPI is really wanting to pressure this area and tries to get a play down and doesn't find it.
Here. Blocking sight.
Try to make that hero play.
Grenade. Satchel out.
And heavily pressuring Heaven. Teddy 9 going on the offensive, trying to get something done. The shorty doesn't find one, but Clayton
She got
does.
one with the shorty.
You know, I'm happy that they nerfed it, but you know, I feel like the shorty should just be completely not viable.
Last player standing.
Oh, the timing there.
Let Clayton ace. Or let Clayton ace. Let Clayton ace. Let Clayton ace.
Oh, there it is.
Feel it. I can be so
Nice ace from Clayton. PPI has just been so good at taking all of this mid space for free. You see why Sage is usually a must pick here. That Viper wall, while it is daunting, especially with that nerf, it's just so much harder to hold mid there. You know, you just walk through, you flash through. They're able to just take all of that space as soon as that wall goes down, and that wall can't go back up for another 30 seconds. it's really hard to take that space for the side of Rapid. Or to keep that space, excuse me.
I think that's Kimchi's like default.
Oh,
No more smokes on the side of PPI. So I'm trying to get a bit of ground on the A main side of the map.
Scout
It's gonna be
destroyed.
punished. I was just saying, like, I feel like Kimchi throws that bird default every round for the most part.
Who?
oh,
Bit of an aggressive
And
angle
again,
for someone so low.
going through vents, taking that space. What a great take from PPI into heaven. And now we know they're going to hold it as well. That's just been their MO the entire time.
Shadows traveling.
Fishy, put it on the
H-
stand.
Fishy, how are you alive?
Is it gonna be there
2v3.
forever?
Player standing.
Somehow they're in
Trisente
a-
is stuck.
Somehow they're in a 1v3. But does get better positioning, but Motina's just gonna stick. And
Great retake.
Double Tap's gonna take round number 7.
I think when it's planted for heaven like that, and I'm sure they calmed it, you know, because that's like the third time they've taken space through vents into heaven. I think if you see where the bodies littered the floor there on the map, you see that they were all on site. If they had held it from heaven, it would have been a bigger thorn in Team Rapid's side there.
I was gonna say, like, this is PPI's pick, and it seems like they have that protocol of just knowing when to just no longer play slow. Marta with the operator
Ooh.
finds himself staring
Oh.
at 2 players and is gonna fall. But they have the protocols in set, ready to just explode on sight. But it seems like kind of when you start playing so loose, it's really hard to try to control much of how the round's gonna play out on the side of your team when you just say like let them run, let them play. But see, there's a gunfight happening in B Heaven here outside of the mail. But again, you see, I was just talking about how they explode on the site, and they're all immediately moved over to the A site. Fishy's gonna find one, but it's gonna be taken down. The Guardian can only fire so many times before it is no longer accurate. That could not have been an escape path.
A little bit of an overheat.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
1v3 Martinez. I feel like it's been here before. It's feel like deja vu, you know.
Camera taken out. Cage triggered.
So find the one. This is doable.
Nice shot.
No util though. But they can't save here because Trisente has heaven and could look in the CT, and that angle from heaven is going to be the death of Martino's, and it's back to a tied score line, 4-4.
Yeah, we see Team Rapid being forced onto a save here, whereas for PPI, I mean, money is tight across the board, but PPI does have a full buy available and 1 off away from those jet knives. Meanwhile, on the side of Team Rapid, they only have 1 ultimate ready, which is
Here.
arguably, I kind of hate Omen's ult. I think it's one of the most useless ones you can have. So the only value that you can really get from that ultimate is information, especially on a map as small as this.
It's situational. That's how I like to describe it.
Yes,
'Cause
very
there
situational.
are some occasions where it's like really good,
My
namely
camera is this.
an occasion where it's like the price drop. But anytime else, not really much you can do with
Cage
it.
triggered.
Fishy taking that really aggressive angle in the mid lane. He's gonna get seen. Sammy holding down the heaven.
It's quickly become a 2v4. Motions and Andy alive. Andy is Dewey Doe. Don't have very much. PPI spread out, holding crosses.
Here.
Potentially looking for exits here.
Enemy remaining.
Not much they can do here. Sammy's got or had Andy on lock, but he's gonna start walking away, trying to save those guns. Not hearing those shots. Wumbo gets
It's
caught
able
out.
to take down one, but
Oh, dear.
Sammy is able to clean it up.
I think that's PPI. They now found themselves in the lead of this map, so that's a first so far. But it just seems like they have protocols set out in place. They just had to find some momentum, and now they're finally starting to cook. Took a little bit for the oven to warm up. Hey.
Yeah, they are able to eke out a full buy here, having saved the last round, but they really need to get a lot here done in order to feel safe about this half. It is still defense sided for split.
So much damage gonna be suffered by Wumbo here. Just a spam fest. They took away a magazine from both of the main rifles, but people still like spamming with our double controller meta.
I know exactly where you are.
Sephiroth's gonna be coming in. Tricente.
Cage triggered.
Yeah, so much information that there's only one person on the B site here, and that's Motions. Or Martinos. Does he care if it's Motions or Martinos?
Planted the spike.
Okay.
Or is that from the shadows from Fishy? I think they've clocked where she is, but significant thorn in their side. Kimchi down 1 HP basically.
Last player standing.
That was a cleanup. Ooh, and a waste of an ult.
It's only 6 points, so
Yeah, it's true.
yeah, it's not the end of the world, but definitely is not.
Spike diffused.
Dude, the fact that the Cypher ult is conditional, that you have to have a death on the enemy team to use it, means like you can't just use it. You can't use it to take space. You can't. You can.
That goes
What
there.
am I saying?
No, I mean, it's a little bit like Reyna's utility, where if you don't get a kill, or if somebody on your team doesn't get a kill, it's useless. But I think the buff that they did with their ult, with the Cypher ult, where previously, I don't know if you remember this, Nuke, but you needed to be within range of the dead body, and also have to secure a time limit on that in order to capitalize on it, which is crazy. Fishing gets 2 with a shorty. That is the thing that happened.
What? Spike is alone in A main. 39, gonna try to open something up, taking the CT space.
Tricente with that lurk through vents. It is still winnable for PPI. Bomb is down in A main.
Put some good info that they're flanking, but I feel like you'd assume that given the amount of map control you have. Fishy.
Tricente in a tough spot. Yeah. Fishy. Ooh, Fishy got a little bit antsy there.
So this is actually really good here. They can just get the spike, get the
I
plant
have
down.
retrieved the spike.
Tricente with both a camera and a tripwire. A raise nade from Teddy. Could do some really good stall here, but
30 seconds left.
Kimchi, much more util. He's gonna have 2 flashes in a
Last
second,
player
but only if they
standing.
were alive. Now it's a 1v2. Guido, not much they can do here, but just try to outgun the opponent. Nearly get some spam on Teddy 9 sitting behind screen.
Poison orb emitting.
They're gonna hear that. They're gonna drop.
Oh,
Nice double peek.
That's
to
tough.
around.
Last round before the switch.
You know, the one thing I'll say about Team Rapid is that they haven't really changed up their setup too much. You know, you can always expect Sky and Jet to be mid, Omen moving up into A main, or playing A main somewhere, Cypher holding down B and putting a trip down in the same place. There's not been a lot of variety with Rapid, and I think that's one of the reasons why they've been losing rounds, is that They're not changing it up enough. They're not taking enough space. They're not dealing with the lurk that Trisente has every single round. And PPI are exploiting that those gaps so well.
This is interesting. We only have the Cypher set up on the B site and no one to really capitalize off it. They are going to see that they're entering here with the Cypher camera, but no one really here to do much using all the Cypher utility. Basically a free plant and a 5v5 post plant for the PPI to fend off. And most of the players from double taps are choosing to try to come from the heaven side of the map.
Oh no. Ooh.
Arda should
What a good dodge. Shouldn't have gotten that kill either.
39 just stepping into the snake bite. Oh, what?
What?
Ooh, that was such a good retake
A
from
good
Rapid.
retake. And they have time as well. Andy getting, what, 3 with a Bucky? 2 with a Bucky? Really opened up the round there for the side of Team Rapid. Wow.
Well, we're starting this the second half here in 6-6, and frankly, it felt so back and forth. Like occasionally, I don't know. It just feels confusing to me, but.
Oh, this is my spot.
See, we can try to see how the ciphers compare. We pretty much saw, I think, Trisente, no, sorry, Motino's. I'm off my. But we normally saw Motino's. They normally would set up on the B side with the camera watching, and then kind of see that Trisente is running a bit of a different setup. Is an RFA right now, so hasn't really gotten the whole post-draft period to strategize and create strategies that for the team. It's been kind of.
Oh, trust me, I've seen Trisente Cypher. It is very annoying.
They're ready. They're just got the double players. What on earth?
What is this?
One enemy remains.
What is this? And Sammy about to ace?
Sammy, ace. Sammy, ace. Sammy,
Then there's the ace. 2 aces for PPI for Sammy and Not Yolk. What a crazy round. They were just playing peekaboo on the ropes and managed to get 4.
So difficult to when they're rolling like those side-by-side peaks. There's just not much you can do. Because you're basically you can't shoot in 2 places at once. You know, I feel like I'm not saying very coherent sentences.
All good. We see that. I mean, there's just nothing they can do. I think PPI fundamentally understands that split. If you give up that mid control, you are done for. And so by holding that vent space, that was such a good move for them. It looks like it's going to be a death ball into B heaven here.
Wait, how is Andy alive? He only got caught out with the util while Dweedo was peeking. Ultimately, he's gonna somehow walk away with their life. And Sammy with the ratty positioning gets a double kill and gets PPI in a very advantageous position with a player advantage.
Toxins going up.
Basically funneling them into the B site, it seems.
3 toxin screen down.
Last back. Gonna get a bit of chip damage.
Andy at 1 HP. What are these trips?
30 seconds left.
Well, I play Cypher quite a bit, but I
have a lot of questions.
Ooh, such a nutty flick from Clayton to close out the round. Marshall is a 950 credit gun. It should be a bit more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, but it was a really good bonus or save for for Rapid there. They got 3, managed to take some damage onto whoever was one of the last alive. I can't remember. I think it was the Rays. And managed to take down 3 guns. I mean, they're in a good spot.
Yeah, we can see it in the buy. A number of we got Wumbo, Trisente, and Sammy all just chilling with the pistols. Versus a team of full armor and rifles. Not a lot made off of that. Not even choosing to really take much space. You got 4. We got 2 players sitting in sewers, 2 chilling in A main, and got Narta kind of doing the thing in Arca here.
Yeah, a little bit of a default being called for the side of Rapid, and PPI are not taking the bait. They're not really peeking, except for there where Narte got one. I don't know if they're aware that Not Yalk is there too.
Well,
now they are.
Oh my. That's just a really unfortunate timing for
Yes.
push.
Sammy's favorite spot. Right on the ropes.
One enemy remaining.
Looking like a pretty clean buy round. I want to call it a bonus, but I guess this is the anti-bonus for Rapid. Have only 1 person fall versus the eco save.
Nice angle hold from nice angle hold from Narte there. He knew that his flank was safe, and so was able to focus on that positioning there and only watch Heaven, which was really great. A really good side hold for the side of Rapid once that bomb was planted.
Yeah, certainly. I'm trying to wonder what. I know Wumbo, I think they had a Sheriff's going to come in with the Operator this round. Into A main, I'm not quite sure if they're going to be getting a bit aggressive or what. Yeah, they're going to be getting kind of aggressive. Got the Sky Flash to back them up, but they're gonna chill for a bit. Not gonna try to get themselves killed so early in the round. Up for the mid space with both Kimchi and Andy coming from the sewers. Pretty spread out. Fishy is gonna take out one with the Operator in A main. Now looks like Duito is the only smokes player that Rapid's gonna have for this round.
The spam. But Teddy9 gets spammed back and falls. And now it looks like they're regrouping to hit B.
Toxins going up.
And they're gonna walk right into Tricente's setup here, and Tricente takes 1 down.
Got a second trip. They're ready for it though, but Sensei probably gonna leave a bit of spam. They got that Phantom, which is so good to spam through.
30
Doesn't have the bullet
left.
tracers, but
1 enemy
the
remaining.
fall to be a 1v3 for motions and not do much else after.
Trade for trade there. Yeah, I mean, that was a round that Rapid needed to win. They are, I believe, they are now pretty poor. Thankfully, Narte is able to buy or to use his knives. But for everyone else on the side of PPI, I mean, Tricente could get a full buy, and there it is. And Wumbo still has that Operator, which is so deadly on defense. With these 2 smokes on the side of Rapid, it's going to be really important that they smoke off all of these angles and flash all of these angles as well to keep that Operator away from that team.
I feel like that's like the #1 use case for flashes. To just get Operators off your back and take a bit more space, but that Viper Wall, not going to deny the information that Sensei had gotten with the camera.
Oh,
but we gotta get one. Clayton takes the other.
Gross.
Killed their omen.
Clayton, such a good position right here. We're looking at 2v5 in the favor of PPI.
Toxins going up.
You have the spikes. They could try to rotate, but from here, the rotate, it takes
Toxin
forever.
screen down.
So feel like the only move here is to save. Unless if Rapid gets a bit too aggressive and tries to make a play here
30
and
seconds left.
find something. I think that's what they're trying to do. Save.
Yeah, they do need, well, they need a pick to open up this round if they are at all going to try and,
Here.
you know, take the space. But with 13 seconds left, it looks like they are going to opt to save
10
instead.
seconds left.
Trying to check every corner, make sure they ain't not gonna lose any more weapons on the save. It's gonna be a flawless round for PPI. 7-10. Yeah. We're a bit far down at the start of this game, but really found a lot of momentum and just seemed really confident in map.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think this was their pick, right? Like, I think that
Yeah.
they fundamentally understand the space that needs to be taken in on split, that they need to be taking this mid space, that they need to be holding these long angles. You know, Wumbo and Not Y'all have been working together, and for the most part playing together as well, to make sure that the duelist is being supported by the initiator. I mean, they're just playing really well overall, especially for the first match day of the season. Kimchi buying a judge on a save or to buy.
Interesting. I mean, I do see some Vandals, but really, I mean, this is split. I feel like it is like one of the few maps where a judge is a viable weapon choice, but I guess it's on a Sky, not like a Raze or a Jet, where I feel like you can really close the distance. It's on a Sky. So, are some smokes here? Could get some pretty ratty angles, but I just don't see it.
30 seconds left.
Blinding.
Paranoia coming in through Sammy, just to pressure Rams to get him to leave.
Yeah, Rapid is playing so slow to their detriment. I mean, they're just not able to, you know, work out any of these spaces.
Spike down A.
Fishy's able to take down one. I don't think they're going to get the plant down in time. Yep, the satchel is going to take down Fishy. Teammate on teammate violence there. I'm sure Fishy will have some words for Teddy9 later.
They're teammates?
Yeah,
Oh,
they are
play
in
Premier
fact
together.
teammates, right? No, they are part of an academy team outside of VDC that they play together on.
That's actually. What do you know what HCA stands for?
I don't know, and I also don't want to say it on stream in case it doxes.
Oh, okay. That is fair. Sorry. Excuse me.
I will let them say it.
Because I know there's some players in VDC who have like Premier teams, and for any of you new people who might have been watching VDC, if there are any of you, Premier now is exclusively referring to the Valorant game mode, and not a tier of VDC. And
it is now elite.
It's elite because we're better.
Oh my god, we're so
Scout
elite.
destroyed.
Anyway, we move back to the game. It seems like Rapid is moving into a default here, just trying to open up a pick, getting information. You know, on a save, there isn't really much you can do other than try to gather information, hope for the best. But it is a good call, especially when the buy for PPI is so much stronger than theirs. Their economy is great. Great shot from Teddy9 onto Fishy. And
No,
it looks like Rapid is moving in there. You know, I will say Motions has been kind of sitting in spawn a lot.
He's pulling the Navera strat, you know? Operator.
here.
from Wumbo. This is not the direction you expect the operator to go. He's gonna have to just decide the classic, but Tricente comes for the save.
Spike down A.
And the close as well. You know, in the first half, we saw PPI with those explodes where they'd go like pressure B heaven, and then like out of nowhere would just be like switch and would run to A. And you know, Potato, Rapid just don't really seem to be able to replicate that type of strategy. So
They're just not moving fast enough. They are not moving rapidly. They are trying to poke holes and find, you know, places, but I don't think their utility has been coordinated enough for it to really matter. And you know, I think that's an early ult. I guess to help take the space and
certainly, yeah. Oh.
And Narte is able to take down the op, able to take down Nayok as well. They're gonna need to contend with Teddy 9.
I know exactly.
Spike planted.
It's a very clean push, but Tricente is gonna get it closed up a bit with the
One enemy remaining.
really just with a gun, but he's ultimately gonna find himself having to ace here to close out the map, and it's not gonna get it as Motion decides he's the better Cypher in round number
See,
16,
listen.
20.
All Rapid needed to do was move Rapider. They were able to secure that round because they moved fast, they exploded, they took they had been conditioning PPI into these like long, slow takes, and it wasn't working for Rapid, and so they finally were able to adapt. PPI could not rotate fast enough. The good use of utility, but I think they used like what 2-3 ults there. So it's a really expensive round for Rapid in terms of the ult economy, but they did need it to save them from the brink of losing this map entirely to PPI.
And I think they're trying to do something very similar, but Wumbo with the collateral. That is catastrophic for their chances of keeping a chance in map number 1.
They lined up.
Collinear lines are the worst for Valorant players.
Listen, as the TT AGM, I'm gonna have some words later.
Yeah,
Really great hold for Wumbo.
in such a good angle this is. They can't save here. I don't know if they're trying to fake rotate here, but the Viper wall being on B. And now the presence, both the paranoia and just seeing the Viper. They know this is a full site take. We got all of PPI coming in, Fishy with the initial
There goes
push.
that.
Such a good presence now in back sight. 89, such a good raise. Gonna take it down to a 4v2.
One enemy
Playing as well, and now it's emotions.
That's
1v4
not planted for
post.
motions at all.
Impossible.
That's a GG. What an opening
Defenders win.
for that round. Wumbo just getting 2 right off the bat, lining with what Kimchi and Narte lining up there. Same brain cell, I guess. What a great map for PPI. Well done. Their attacks at the start of the round of the half were really, really good. They managed to exploit the weaknesses in Rapid setups, and were able to take the rounds off of that. And we are going to be back in a few minutes with the next map, which is, can you remind me which one it is?
It
Haven?
will be Haven, yes.
Correct.
See y'all
Cool.
in like five minutes, yeah.
People live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life. And when I was getting lost, I found you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky starts starts to rain, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out. Millions of people look for the light, dancing around like stars in the sky. And when I was in the dark, I found you. What if the lightning never strikes? And when the rain stops, we'll be dry. When the sun begins to rise, I'll find you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky turns to gray, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out.
Are we in too deep? How do we simmer down, do it differently? This ain't something you wake from day drunk, but it had to be fate between you and me. If it breaks down, then we'll fix what is broken. Yeah, it'll take time, but you know that I'm hooked. All the best things don't get built in an instant. Yeah, we can get back all the time that it took. Play our cards right, take a trip to the ocean. Yeah, back of my hand, I read you like a book. And honestly, I'm circling. Take me right back to the way that it was. Oh, baby, if it's a phase, then
And we are back with the second map of the day. We are going to be streaming Haven, which is the second map for this match. PPI's Hunter's Fury versus Double Tap's Rapid are going to be going head to head. Rapid lost the first map to PPI, which was split, and we're going to be moving into Haven in just a second. Nuke, what did you think about the that first map?
I'll say it just feels like PPI, they scrimmed the map, they warmed up to it, they produced protocols that just made them have so much more confidence in what the team can do. namely on the attack side, where we saw numerous times that they just would, on a whim, make a call and everyone commits to it. So I think if they can take that same energy and that same philosophy into Haven, they're going to take this one as well. So that I think that's pretty much what we're going to be looking at, is just if they can keep that same energy and that same philosophy, we're going to be good. See PPI take map number 2.
Yeah, this is Rapid's first pick though, and so we'll see if the split was PPI's pick and Rapid picked Haven. So we'll see if this is truly a comfort map for the side of Rapid. We'll see how this goes. Going to be interesting to see, to say the least. Trisente, I think, is smurfing in Masters. he is so good on Cypher, and it was really exciting to see his Cypher setups and how ratty they really were. Yeah, we'll see if that's a repeat on Haven.
Right, yeah, and we'll get right into it now. I'll remember to actually transition the scenes correctly. And it gets started on map number 2, Haven. Same side, so PPI is going to start on the attack side, which is nice for me as producer. It's like less work for me to do, but
no hacking around this time. They're not switching between Yoru to Phoenix to Chamber or whatever they were doing earlier. That looks like Rapid is locking in here with a couple of these picks and hovering the rest. Pretty standard comp. Duido / Andy, as she's also known, hovering Killjoy, known Killjoy player. Narte on Jet. Fishy hovering Breach, also a known Breach player. Kimchi on Omen, and Motinos on Sova. On the other side, you see Trisente hovering Yoru, getting a little silly, funny, goofy over there. W for Wumbo, hovering Jet, known Jet player, and Sammy, known Omen player, hovering Omen. So we'll see how this goes for the side of PPI.
Yeah, it looks like Rapid has already decided on everything. And are they actually doing Trisente on Yoru? Is it okay? They're listening to me. They're listening to me. The question, like, okay, CNED is a good Yoru, I think. Maybe they're throwing, I don't know.
Well,
I don't think anyone in VDC is a good Yoru.
Some people would disagree, I think. I actually think Cryo's Yoru is not bad. Shout out Cryo.
Yeah, but also that he should be in this casting desk right now. But no, he gets signed by Solaris.
Interesting.
Trying to throw some beef, I don't care. Beef is healthy.
Nuke is salty. All right, we're loading in to Haven here. It looks like Rapid's going to be starting off defense, and Hunter's Fury is going to be starting on attack. Standard comp, actually, on both sides.
Yeah, I will say, I think at the start of map number 1, I was talking about how Sky is a pretty good pick in solo initiator comps, but kind of in my words, we see both Clayton on the Sky and Teddy 9 on Sova, and then Rapid must have heard what I said and decided to pick both the Breach and the Sova. I feel the advantage of the Breach is when you expect the enemy to play Killjoy, because specifically the ultimate in many of its most common places, you can use the aftershock and easily just get rid of it so easily.
Oh, they buffed that actually, or they nerfed that actually. You can't do that anymore.
No, I think with aftershock it still works.
It doesn't.
Well, we're not even gonna see it anyways, so.
We see the first opening forays in. Narte over peeking a little bit and having to retreat back as PPI takes A site rapidly. Nice little split. Nobody on Rapid is pushing out either, but Trisente with that lurk is able to take down Duido. Motions is going to get scanned by that. In a world of trouble here, isn't able to get out in time. Now it's rapidly a 2v5. Rather ironically, the odds not in favor for the side of Team Rapid.
Yeah, they're just seeing the ghost. We just see that, the whole of the 4 out of 5 of the attacking team ready to just swarm onto A site. And Teddy9 just spamming through the smoke, and
this spray.
it's gonna be clean, flawless for PPI.
I'm gonna run my
Yeah,
fist
we
through
saw
that
this in
Omen's
Split,
face.
but they have very explosive attacks, which catches Rapid off guard. You see that they were playing a little bit scared on defense. You know, not really pushing out, not taking that space, and they paid for it. I mean, we'll see how where excuse me, English is hard. We'll see how they adapt here for Haven, and whether or not they're going to be playing a little bit more aggressively, as the
Looks like
side
it.
of PPI. are going to
5-man
be
rush
lining
down
up
C
outside of C.
long. 5-man rush down C long, and a 5-man push into the mid. And great minds think alike. People forget to finish it where fools rarely differ, but well, we have yet to see which part of that comes true. But it seems like both teams wanted to get the whole team on one side of the map, so we'll see.
Oh.
I don't know. Clean headshot, taking down Kimchi. Clayton on the Marshall is gonna get a second as well. 5v2
What?
retake.
Rapid really, I think we're in such a great position there to play for exits and decided to peek. I think if they had done that, you know, PPI would have been forced to either exit out of CT or lose 1 or 2 to that. I think when you are on that bonus round, or that, excuse me, not the bonus, that save round, you do want to be playing for, you know, to take those guns out.
Yeah, and I mean, even then, if you can't do that, then we don't see it a lot, but occasionally we see the no kill, no death, everyone died to spike round, which is just kind of funny to see if you're not accustomed to eco in this game. But it's really funny to me at least, to see no player dying except to spike. But it'll be pretty slow. It's only the KJ setup on the A site. So much info.
Sammy
from...
was ready for that Sova dart, and as you said, that info was really good for from Teddy9. That there's nothing on site specifically, and unfortunately, that setup isn't going to do much in terms of slowing them down. They are still able to take all of site here.
4v4.
And Andy looking for a pick here, potentially. 4v4. Guns are better for a side of Team Rapid.
Such a good
Narte getting
dash.
2.
Holy. How much of it they can do. Crosshair placement not gonna pay off. Rapid take round number 3. Good bonus getting 4 people to carry over into the round number 4.
Get yourself together.
Look at eco what they're gonna have, and we're looking at what should be our first full buy round here, with all of PPI choosing the standard rifle and full armor, and Rapid not looking so hot. A couple of their players still on light armor, and Ocean's actually a settle with a sheriff. Motions is looking pretty aggressive on this A long side here, with trying to get some recon out, but
I think he's been throwing the same dart every time.
Standing ahead.
how does this dart not scan?
Someone does not skin him.
Well, Teddy9 is. You can't scan him with the dart, scan him with your body.
He knew where that dart came from. Kimchi was aware, was able to take one down as well.
He was on top of the box in garage. Can't do that with many agents, but Omen is one of them.
Not Yelk making a ton of noise, trying to clear out garage here. It looks like PPI is looking to scoot on over to C, but they're going to go right into 2 people there. Not Yelk trying to find an opening in mid. It looks like it's going to be a split 2-2. That smoke did miss a little bit, Kimchi. Smile.
Nah, big brain, big brain.
Oh, yeah, true. Big brain. You see the cross, of course.
I mean, we could see a pretty aggressive take from Wumbo, who has all the util, but no, Narde is gonna just try to get out of dodge and is gonna take one, but Narde. Now we just leave Kimchi, the only one on the site. He's going to take one and is still going to come out, knows the spikes here, and it's 2v2.
Last player standing.
But
Now it's just all up to Duido, and it's just not enough. Natyok takes her out, putting a third round on the board, excuse me, for Hunter's Fury.
I mean, so far, this is basically the inverse of map number 1, where I think Rapid got defense side pistol, then defense side second round, then PPI, then Rapid. So I don't know if this will be a sort of an omen for the future, but maybe see basically mirror games where rounds go exactly inversely.
Let's see that breach stun coming in to slow down Hunter's Fury for that A take. They have been pushing A every time so far, with the exception of that buy round and second round. And
so I do like these KJ subs where both stratified between A and B side, so you get that shared information. Sente on his lurk again in the mid. He's gonna find one. They're gonna take the push here. Very aggressive. Umbo deep in sight with his teammate in Clayton. He's gonna turn it into a 5v3 in the favor of PPI. And everyone on Rapid is gonna have to retake from CT.
3v5 now in favor of PPI. See if Rapid is able to get any sort of picks here. They're gonna have to. That dart was very unlucky. And there's just this really good cross. Duido gets 3, but isn't able to get any more. Wumbo cleans it up with that last trade. Really good for, you know, I mean, that was a really good 3K, but unfortunately just not enough.
We're going to see a timeout here for Rapid. They try to figure out what they can do, get some momentum back in this game. Sitting 3 rounds short on their defensive half. Who's the designated IGL of Rapid? You know.
That would be Kimchi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the IGL. I just wanted to call an audible just to find out what they can do. I'm expecting some sort of funky play like they did on round number 2, where they did that 5-person push out of B into mid to hopefully run into a fight. I think maybe with the PPI Hunter's Fury's tendency to go A site, which I think we've seen 4 out of the last 5 rounds, that we could see them try to push out of A site to try to do that same type of play where they just run into the enemy, try to put the battle on their own terms.
Yeah, right now they're, you know, on a save for Team Rapid, but as I said, PPI is pushing A every time. They're ready for that dart from Motions. Don't know if Motions is going to throw that dart again. Doesn't seem like he's in the position for it.
I thought they were going to do something funky, but it looks like they're just playing slow. It's a bit lame, but oh well.
Looks like they're actually pushing out here.
Turrets destroyed.
Again, the standard A site push. Already got 5 players on the site. Trisente opting not to lurk this time around. And got both Kimchi and Narda on the attacker side.
Cover going out.
Trying to basically flip the site and force PPI into being concerned with this backside. So I guess their teammates from CT could have an easier time with coming in, but they're only now getting in sight, and nothing has come from it.
2v3, 1v3. It's oh my god, it's all in the hands of Motions now. 5 HP. Not bad for a save so far, but I think he's gonna want to try to get something here before he dies, and just isn't able to.
Right here.
I think it was Fishy who got a nice double tap. With the Guardian to take down 2, but That was pretty clean, but ultimately did not secure them in the round. But it was a save.
Right here.
We're gonna have Narda on the operator to single-handedly hold down C site while the rest of their team looking elsewhere. This is like a wonderful operator corridor on this map. See along because you know they're funneled.
Oh, it looks like Fishy has DC'd as well.
Area.
So, well, we're probably gonna have a tech pause if they don't get back.
Nope, unfortunately.
Spike planted.
They are okay.
Oh,
They are back.
She's back.
AJ lockdown, gonna clear out the C site, but Chisente is gonna try to find his way back in.
Which is smart. I mean, they do need to take this space back. There's still a thorn in their sides. 2 split, you know, outside of grass, outside of garage, and 2 split outside of C long. With Trisente playing on site, I mean, this is a late push. Fishy able to take down 1, but not able to find another before eventually falling.
We're able to deny the flawless, I guess, but not much to really do, especially when you are, I'd say, just caught up in your own head when you kind of DC from the game. I've had that happen to me a couple times, and it takes a second to just recoup and find your bearings and get back into the game, because you're kind of just annoyed at your setup or your internet connection. You're gonna see Narda back on the Marshal, not the operator, and hanging himself a little bit back, but it's gonna get shot up so much, and it's just gonna get out of dodge. You see, Kimchi!
Kimchi's hit, but not Yolk is not far behind him and is able to get the trade down. 4v4, stronger weapons on the side of PPI. Duido coming in for a very late rotate there. The bomb is down.
Looks like the entirety of Hunter's Fury is just playing for the post plant, and Motions could not find much. Had the stinger and tried to get aggressive, taking space back, but didn't really do much off of it. Throwing everything in the kitchen sink down C main, but it's not going to be finding anything. We got the champions finisher to flex.
Looks like we are going to be moving into attack pause as Fishy's Wi-Fi needs to be reset. So,
yep. Okay. Yeah, the clock is
turning
paused.
this into a podcast. Smile.
Yeah, it's not the Match Point podcast. Hopefully, we'll see episode 2 coming up soon. I'm gonna use this as a way to socially blackmail them into making episode 2. Maybe put me on the desk. Maybe. While I also scramble to find my Xbox controller to put up a scenic shot while we wait for this tech pause. But yeah, we got this ain't Match Point. It's match day. And yeah, if you follow me, you can see what I'm looking at.
You wanna get some updates on other teams right now? Cause I've got something fun to tell y'all. The advanced game of Double Taps versus Light Garden is currently 17-17.
Oh Lord, I assume that's map 1, right?
That is map 1.
Oh Lord. What else? What else do we have?
Masters, I believe this is Soul versus ATO. They are, I don't know I can't see the other scores. But I think this is their second game. Soul is up 8-4 right now. Let's see. MF versus VTX. Mafia versus Infinite Vortex. MF is down 5-8.
You have any Ignium games?
I could in 1 second. Looks like I did see that. I checked in on Maddie because we're friends. And it looks like they won their first game. They're currently 8-3 versus Party Animals.
Nice.
On the second game.
I'll make the bias completely clear that I'm happy about that, but
Ignium advanced 8-7 at the moment, up 1 against Party Animals.
Let's go. What else?
See.
What else? Not necessarily Ignium, but what other map scores have you got?
I've got a lot of friends on my friends list here.
Yeah, she got friends.
I got friends. Light Garden's Masters team, Purple Iris versus what team did El Pajarito get signed to again?
I can't remember.
Got signed to just recently. Let me scroll really quick. Oh, OS Masters. They lost their first OS lost their first game and are now currently down 5-12 to Light Garden.
That seems like it's going to be ending soon. And then they can tune into this broadcast.
Fun fact, Light Garden Advanced is currently 18-17 versus Double Taps Quickfire. 35 rounds. That's a no thank you for me.
What's the longest Valorant game that actually has gone on? Because I know
I believe they kick you out after an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
But I guess professionally they'll pull a tech and reboot the server. I imagine they would, so could go on. Well, maybe it's at what was it, FPX versus XSET, where Riot pulled the tech, or they made like some decision about some KJ. It wasn't a KJ turret on Ascent, and then they pulled him back like 4 hours after the match, and said, "Play it again, run it back."
Yep.
Now that's the nice thing about VDC. We can't do that.
We are not, in fact, VCT. I'm not sure if anybody knew that. We are not official Riot.
Yeah, that's a disclaimer. I need to put that in the description. We are not officially affiliated with Riot or Riot Games or Valorant or whatever. We're not being paid. We should be paid. If any energy drink sponsors want to sponsor me, I will happily accept money.
What is your energy drink of choice?
I flex.
You flex. Wow.
No, I mean like I drink multiple. So like at my school, Rain is a very easy get, and some of those flavors are really good. Some of them are terrible, but Orange Dreamsicle. I think there's some new one like I can't remember what it's called, but it's something new. And then the I haven't had one in a while because I'm back home, but what's it called? Cherry Limeade is a really good one. But now that I'm home, I'm actually near a 7-Eleven, and they do buy 2 get 1 free Red Bulls. So the new summer Red Bull is really nice. Amber Edition is also really nice. The OG is not, in my opinion. If I have the option, I'm gonna pick a variant, I call.
I am a recent Celsius convert.
Those things most of them taste like LaCroix, though.
LaCroix?
LaCroix, yeah.
LaCroix?
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
Morning, why did you unmute yourself? Now, while we're on tech, while we're on tech, Morning, why don't you answer?
Well, what was the question?
What's your energy drink of choice?
Morning? I don't drink energy drinks. They
Coffee?
don't work.
Coffee? Tea?
They don't work on me.
They don't work on me either. I drink them for flavor.
What on? Okay, first of all.
Well, I mean, okay. Don't want to cut you off before you contradict me, but the tech has ended.
Oh no! Goodbye. You never hear me again.
We are coming back.
Well, 10 seconds, so we're back into the match, and gonna be back to gaming. Looks like a heavy C stack from PPI, and Narte is not gonna get too aggressive and die.
Wait.
That's a bit rude of me because they didn't.
No. This is literally something I have been working on with him. Unfortunately, Duido gets caught out there in the corner, and again another fast take from PPI. Nayok with a nice headshot in. Motino's trying to get some damage in, trying to pause. They're trying to stop the plant there. Is able to find one from Clayton as he aggresses into B.
I know exactly where you are.
Zente throwing in the ultimate, the neural theft, and I think Rapid are at this point just choosing to save. Motions has the operator. Does he? Or no, it was Kimchi has the operator, and I don't think they're going to be able to get any exits here. It looks like Wumbo's got a really good flank on. As it's set to dub. You just have
They're gonna try to get this op here. There's the op. And I bet you that Wumbo's gonna pick it up. Nope. Motions is gonna try to get the op there and get the heck out of there. Running right into Teddy9.
Ooh, what a wonderful flick.
Oh, what a flick onto Teddy9, coming at him with fast with the shorty. Is able to save the op, but they have to make up for the 7-round deficit on defense here. This was their pick. Are they going to be able to do enough here and change things up?
Trisente, 1 HP in the chat. Ooh. I mean, not to try to, I don't know, but making your teammates or your enemies a little bit salty is a nice way to keep some momentum. Kimchi, super aggressive with the operator here, and gets one shot and decides that they've had enough. Gonna come back into A main actually. He's gonna find one.
He's able to get
falls
one.
Down. Fishy coming up as a duo. Taking down the second.
Rapid said, I have had enough of your A takes. Get out of here. And get out of there they do. Huntress Fury fast rotates to C. And Rapid, having over-rotated, needs to catch back up. They have nothing actually holding C aside from Duido, who's armed with just a Marshall.
Now has the backup though. Oceans 2 taking out Tricente's lurk.
One enemy remaining.
And now it's just all up to Sammy, 1 HP essentially. And there's just nothing that she can do. Falls. That is the second round on the board for Rapid. Much needed to make up for that deficit that they have.
Wonderful play from Rapid to finally catch on to what was making PPI such a good threat in as many rounds they've fallen to. 'Cause I think I called it that it was just A takes, and more A takes. B-site I don't think has had a single plant this game. And I think it's just because they've succeeded so much. Don't really go to B-site much unless if it's like a really unique round.
Kimchi said, I see you. With that up and is able to take down Trisente. No more lurk for the side of Huntress Fury. Also nothing watching flank, and it looks like when you look at the minimap, it looks like they are in fact aware of that.
That's an interesting ult.
Yeah, gets the information that gets traded out. It was able to wait out that stun.
Now they're taking the C. Narta.
Nice shot from Narte.
Oh, it's clean. We're looking at a 2v4.
Last player
Sorry. Commentator's curse. Make that a 1v4. Sammy gonna try to even it a tiny bit, taking down
1v3.
Narta. Gonna run around trying to basically flip the site, I think. But got Duido sticking the spike. Paranoia's gonna come through. They are smoked off, and Operator only needs one hit, and it hit.
We are seeing a very different Rapid. It looks like that timeout was... Maybe it finally paid off. You know? They're actually taking these fights aggressively, and they're not letting PPI take all of that space for free. There's something being done about that lurk. Somebody's watching for it, you know, all of that. And PPI, they've they've been a little bit complacent in doing the same thing over and over again, and they've, you know, could potentially either get the 9-3 curse or lose one round here to make it 4-8.
I feel like this comeback is already really good, but if they can get it to 8-4 here, that'd be so huge for their odds of success. I know the 9-3 curse is often mentioned whenever a team is ending a half at 3 or 9 rounds. But Clayton gonna get that first pick on Duido.
And those Seekers are going to come through as well. It's gonna tell the Hunter's Fury that there is nobody watching really flank. Narte at 2 HP, no heals available.
Nice transition.
3v3.
Kimchi trying to do the retake.
Running out of
with him.
time.
Last player standing.
And now it's just up to Not Yolk. They have to get on the bomb here.
Oh.
And Fishy holding 4-8. I think they have enough time to defuse. They do, and that puts another round on the board for Team Rapid. 4-8 going into the next half.
This is looking doable.
This is, in fact, doable. If they win this pistol round, it's going to be pretty much even for the side of Rapid, making up again for that 7-round deficit that they were at one point.
I have to wonder if having Fishy's internet kind of sorted out, if that would help them with just, you know, it is their initiator, so perhaps having Fishy ready to send flashes on a moment's notice, if that's what the missing link was to help make the team actually starting to get their momentum back and starting to win some rounds by just having initiator able to help their team more
Yeah, I mean,
readily.
that's entirely possible. Oh god, Not Yolk with the shorty.
But
Promptly traded out though.
for once, the Rapid are gonna start a round Rapid and are just gonna run into the site. Trisente is gonna try to answer, but he's looking down the faces of multiple people on Rapid and ultimately going to meet their demise.
Turret down.
Last
Shotgun
player
coming
standing.
through. 1v2 missions.
One enemy
And make it a
remaining.
Is able to
1v1.
get one,
And
but there's nothing he can really do. Taddy9 is able to take that round away. Just a
looking
flurry of trades back and forth.
I do like that take into a garage. I think I've played a number of games where so long as you take garage, you just have such a good position to run into C, especially if it's like a C split. But I mean, even on some occasions, you can run it into B, and it's not something that a lot of players run into, at least in ranked. But definitely not doing it this round, where we see pretty much all of Rapid deciding to go towards A. But
Yeah.
Wombo's ready for it at the
Oh
Marshall.
no, these judges. But you know what? Run and gun better than... And it looks like with these buys, 4 stingers available for the side of Rapid. They're actually going to back off. Trips are still in play for the side of Hunter's Fury 3v4. So they still have all of this information that, you know, no one is past those trips yet. And it looks like this successful
PPI.
rehit.
This is huge.
This timing.
The site's basically free.
Wombo down to 1 HP. 2 members of Rapid, though, also down to 1, essentially. And Duido, the only one who still has full utility, or full health, excuse me.
Ooh. Duido is still holding down health. Gets in trouble as well, and the turret cleans it.
Good chicken. That's a good chicken.
I've never heard it called
that buy did pay off for the side of Rapid. I think they are going into this having pretty much bankrupted Hunter's Fury. Was there only that was a gamble that paid off. That was a gamble of all time.
Well, looks like PPI, after losing to a gamble of all time, are going to make a gamble of all time on their own with the whole team on Seaside, and it looks like they're
Oh my god.
they're going to be succeeding. Rapid stacking this side. Somehow the paranoia misses, but Clayton, my classic does not do that. It actually hits. And this gamble,
3v2.
looking like it's not the right decision. And Wumbo going to make the tiniest bit of
Last
landing
player
noise
standing.
as the Tweeter runs into sight, and Kimchi gonna close it.
We're seeing a very different Rapid. They're seeing a much more aggressive Rapid, although Wumbo has been saving for an op, and we've seen how deadly that op was on Split. So we'll see if Rapid is able to really combat that at all. We'll see. We'll see.
Does look like it's going to be a much more default-like round looking at the minimap, with Rapid being a lot more spread out. Looks like Silva and KJ down the A site, some mid presence as well.
Shadows traveling.
That guiding light is going to catch that there is some presence in mid. I see Narte has the bomb. Oh, I think I know what strat's coming here. Sorry, I just have, privilege, of course, as AGM.
You're gonna leak the secret tech.
I'm gonna leak the secret tech.
Well, B site is pretty open, and I know I said that teams don't normally go B, even on a full buy, but they are doing the B site push on a full buy, and Fishy gonna get themselves a player advantage, and sitting in an interesting position here. I mean, it's not very interesting looking at the minimap, but just, I don't know, it's kind of interesting.
And there's going to be that spam. It's going to catch that. Narte is in that cubby. Going to catch one, but Trisente is sticking.
He
Cannot stick anymore. And now it's all for Wumbo. Wumbo with the op. Nothing he can really do there. It's just a flurry of bullets coming at him. That op is going to land right back into Narte's hands.
Why didn't Trisente stick? I feel like
the aftershock was
coming, but he got off as soon as it hit the wall. I think he would have had time.
I'm not sure.
Might have had enough time there. How about that?
Might have, but either way, really great round from the side of Rapid. Big fan of that strat.
That goes there.
That's a certified potato aim strat.
Again, they're doing the C-site gamble.
Looks like they're going to slow down a little bit. And just see if there's any pushes. Looks like you said, that C-site gamble. Seeing if anybody pushes out on defense, in particular when you're on a save. It is pretty common to push out mid, and I think that's what Rapid was probably worried for. But seeing none, I think that they're going to be instead trying to work up a site here and scale up.
Wonderful first pick from
Wait.
Arda.
Sammy got wallbanged there. I don't know if you saw that. Great pick from Sammy.
One enemy remaining.
And now it's all up to Not Yolk.
Time to hunt.
That Trailblazer is going to give the information of where they are.
Blinded.
It's just going to be util dump onto him. There's nothing he can do.
That's rough. Trying to just do the run and gun where you just keep going, the pop and swing.
Rapid has fast closed that gap here. Now they're only down 1 versus the 7 that they were at earlier at their peak deficit. See see if PPI is going to do anything different here. So far, they haven't really done much in terms of changing things up. Also, I am learning so much from Tricente's setups here. I am a Cypher enjoyer.
Ooh. You know, you have to wonder if they're aptly named, and I think this is proving it.
The Hunter's Fury and getting from the Hunter's Fury, getting one.
Yeah.
Silver Drone is coming in. Silver Drone came back from very far back, and so it wasn't really able to clear much of the site. Really just able to clear that there was some presence on the A-Link side of things.
What is that? This is gonna just be running right into the Hunter's Fury right here with they try to go through here. I feel like they have to.
I mean, 43 seconds left.
You have the time.
I think they're going to try to make it into garage here. Yep, here is the call to go in. They see Sammy in there. Sammy doing everything that she can to stall. And now she's stuck in that molly, taking massive amounts of damage. Cut her health and her shield's cut into half.
Oh, such a good flash.
Blinded. They know where he is, but he's still able to get one.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
Tricente is just built different.
Perfect.
It's just all up to motions now, not able to do anything. 1v4. Wisely did not invest the ult into the post plant. When you are faced with those odds, there's not really much you can do, and that Hunter's Fury would have been a waste.
Sure. It also since they were just in the wrong position there, if they were to try to use it, they would have exposed. They are going to try to do another gamble, 5 on C, and this I feel like this half has been full of the gamble sacks, and for once I feel like this half it's not gonna be Hunter's Fury picking the right side of the map. Nobody sitting on this side, and I have to wonder if they'll see it coming.
Off your feet!
Well, I think Hunter's Fury, no.
I think it's a C take, Nuke. I'm not sure.
No, they'll like somehow get. Well, where? Okay, no. I was gonna joke, say, oh, they'll use they'll use Omen ult and go to A site 10 seconds after they fake the C take.
Now that would be trolling. That's a Hail Mary.
No, it's just a Carmine core.
Well, all right. See, listen, I don't appreciate my franchise being compared to KC, Carmine Core, or Kingdom Coffee. Kimchi is able to take out one. Duido is able to take out one as well. 3v3 for this evenly sided.
Blocking the KJ.
2v3. 1v2. It's all up to Tricente now. He is running out of time. He's going to have to try to stick. And there's nothing he can do. Rapid close on the tail of Hunter's Fury, trying to make things even.
I'll say it was big brain for a moment there when they blocked the KJ Molly. That could have. I've seen that on TikTok a couple times where like somebody will block the like some lineup Larry from using the post plant, and I feel like it's only apt for post plant incorporated to know how to counter the post plant, but didn't really find it. Happened to lose the round, and
this is a nice spot.
Kind of seeing a default here, kind of spread out 3 towards A side of the map for Rapid. They are going to rotate.
Yeah,
it seems like they're going to group up outside of A here, but PPI ready for it. Sammy running so close up here.
Potentially good for one here.
Classic. He's going to find the one.
Is it, in fact, is good for one. Runs right into Kimchi's bullets. Unfortunate.
Here comes Narda. And the Vandal's going to fall to 10-9.
You should run.
Oh yeah, they're going to go B here, right? They go B here, right?
I don't know. They look a little bit disjointed, to be honest. It looks like it's going to be an A regardless. There's still 2 people here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, but the chicken! Yeah, oh no. Oh. Okay.
The second chicken kill.
Spike planted.
Oh, but they're gonna know where they are. They know Tricente's on CT side.
Yeah,
Sammy's
flank is
gonna be
safe
coming.
here. Turret is also set up too. A tough job, honestly, for Tricente. Everyone's in such good spots. He has to isolate these picks. They can see his toes and shoot at those toes. They do. They're gonna go hunting, I think.
Both
Motions.
on 1 health, but Motions
At
is
1
better.
HP, but still is able to take that out. 10-10. What a game. They hit. It looked like it was going to be a solid map for PPI yet again, and yet they've managed to bring it back to a tie for the first time since the very start of this round, or of this game, excuse me.
What a turnaround.
That goes there.
Not much to say. It's just,
Goes here.
I think, is Haven that kind of attacker
I
sided?
will find them.
I think in some of the scrims
I-
I've played, it has been.
It depends on your play style. In my opinion, if you're at aggressive defense, it is a defense-sided map.
It's like Fracture, where you gotta get aggressive.
Yeah. Yes. So I mean, it's 3 sites, so you have to take that space. Ooh. Sammy.
Ultimately falls.
Down. I got the spike.
Blatant falls in the
2v3.
Unfortunate placement. Already getting aggressive here. I think Teddy 9's gonna be in the smoke.
Oh no.
One enemy remaining.
Bit of a dirty gunfight there, but Vito's gonna be trying to go.
That's the up.
Not saying a lot of things. See it all. Another missed shot.
Again.
Well, they know where they are, so rotate is easy for Teddy 9.
One enemy
But
remaining.
a wonderful, precise
What was
gunplay
that
there.
shot?
That was insane. This could be a clutch of all time.
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
turret is going to tell her where he's coming from.
Oh, Butler better.
And Wumbo is able to still secure that lead for Hunter's Fury 1 round at a time.
I feel like that's the exact thing that PPI needs to try to get a bit more ground to get
Yeah,
this
I mean-
game back in their hands. Looking at 4
Hunter's-
ultimates too, 1 off of 5, one ultimate point off of.
I was gonna say, yeah, Hunter's Fury has got 4 ultimates available. They're gonna need to invest a couple here in order to keep that lead. Whereas on the side of Rapid, Deweydo is 1 off, and from the shadows, and Hunter's Fury still online for the side of Rapid. I don't think I've seen them use it. Sammy's gonna use her from the shadows to get information. Hey, there's presence in front of C.
Wumbo's looking confused. They think there's one on the right. They use a jet smoke just to get the ultimate orb. They look back in mid. Sammy getting really aggressive and is going to fall back out. Loads of mid presence for Rapid here. Oh, I wasn't following Morning, man.
The Killjoy ult is available now for Deweydo. That whole presence in front of C was just to get her that ultimate.
I think they're going to see it coming. They got the bell.
Cage triggered.
I think they can raid. It's going to be a mid take or a B take. Unless
I
if they go in the
actually think
garage,
it's a
actually.
C. I think they're
Yeah.
going into garage here.
My bad. Colorcaster has no idea what they're talking about. I think
30
Tricente's
seconds
ready.
left.
You can see him looking right into the
You should run.
The edge
Good.
of that smoke. Yeah, that they needed to wait for pushing in there. They spent too much time.
C. Last player standing.
Too concerned about that op, I think.
10 seconds left.
And now there's just no time for Motions to try to take that bomb. It's just all he can do is to take guns. Oh,
The judge
nice
can't.
last minute hit though, but
Match point.
Trisente manages to clean it up. A little bit of revenge maybe for his teammate getting killed last minute. That other round.
I think, was it Clayton? Or, I think it was Clayton who was running the judge on split on a couple of rounds, even though they're playing a Sky.
That was Kimchi.
Wait,
Kimchi was playing Sky last, and bought a judge. Op's actually going to be stationed on A this time, moving that around, which is really smart. They're gonna get the scan too, so what they should be doing is, hey, there's the Op. I'm gonna maybe not peek that, but that's what they should have done.
You still have
Nope.
both the From the Shadows and the Hunter's Fury. I don't know if they want to. They're gonna put one in, but not really try to make a push off of it. That seems so early. You're throwing that into a site
well,
with no one ready to act on it.
They're so afraid of the Op that they just invested so much utility into it, and it's a stacked site. 3 people on A, one you know, they're moving now to C. Yeah, and Trisente is just there.
They have no space here. They have to go A, I feel. Well, maybe they don't have to. They have 40 seconds. But the spike, what is going on here? Kimchi sitting in sight with the spike and none of their team. I mean, this is bold.
Good stun.
Finds the timing with the spike, with the smoke going down.
20
actually find the
seconds. Plant
space.
is gonna go down.
Shit, why did I doubt them?
Winnable. Winnable.
2v2 post plant certainly is winnable.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Get the spam.
Oh, and they live one round. That looked so over for a second, did it not, Nuke? We were both so confused, but you know what? This is
When
why I
we're
said
confused,
Kimchi.
when we're confused, the enemy is confused.
Also confused. This is such an insane map. I think that like this second half has been so different than I think all the other halves in this in this series so far. On split, it looked just very back and forth at first, and then the second half, it was just so dominant by Hunter's Fury.
First one was also really dominant for PPI.
For Hunter's Fury, yeah. Oh, they've clocked where she is. I don't know how she's lived so far.
He's gonna get out of the dodge, but Trisente is not so lucky.
All of this mid presence. I mean,
Now
they're stomping towards C. They're right. Trisente is gone, so that means that C, which is usually held by him, is free.
They're still gonna clear it all.
Listen, muscle memory.
Yeah, that's a good muscle memory to have. It's a good muscle memory to have. Still, C site completely on lockdown. They do have motions on the back covering the flank. So they know all of PPI has to come in from a single side of the map.
Oh,
They are getting quite a lot.
what a retake. Motion's gonna get 2. And now it's just all up to, or it's not Motions, Narte.
Shock dart. Shock dart.
It misses.
No.
He's got a spam.
No.
And that is it.
Defenders win.
It's a GG 2-0 in favor. Oh, well, he gets it eventually.
What
a series. What a comeback for the side of Rapid. It is just the first match day, so as an AGM, I am praying that it's this is a fluke. But you know, that was an incredible series by both teams. What a comeback for Rapid on Haven, and what a back and forth on Split for the first half. Hunter's Fury, they understand what kind of space needs to be taken and everything that needs to be done, and you could see that being executed here. They looked really good playing off of each other. Some mistakes here and there, but I think it's a really good start for PPI. First time PPI goes into Masters playoffs? Question mark? Smile.
Not when they come up
Maybe.
against IE, I think, right? Yeah. I'll get all my players on energy drinks. They're not going to stand a chance. Is there a rule against that?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. But anyway, that is it
That's
for the
match
stream.
day. Yep, that is match day number 1 in the books. PPI taking the PPI Hunter's Fury taking out Double Tap's Rapid 2-0 on both maps, and looks like I don't know what the next stream is going to be. Even as media head, I don't know, because who knows. But next scheduled stream is going to be on Friday, the 9th of June. And if I can find the schedule for that real quick, I can tell you what that stream's going to be. That is going to be Advanced Party Animals versus Kingdom Coffee. So that'll be interesting. I don't really know anything about the teams, even though I'm a GM. But it will be a fun one, and hopefully I won't have to do both casting and producing. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been a lovely game. And anything left to say, Potato, before we head out?
No, I hope everybody's seasons go well. If you're not part of VDC, I highly recommend you join. Smile. We always need players. We always are interested in expanding our league. But join us for the next stream.
And for any of you FAs watching, media is always looking for new people. Whether you want to cast or observe or learn how to produce our streams, we'd be happy to have you as well. I don't have to be producer. They make it sound like I hate doing production. But anyway, thanks for watching the first match day of VDC Season 4. Can't wait to have you for the next one. Bye.
Bye.
People live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life.